Welcome back to this free video series where we're showing you how in 30 days you can set yourself up a newsletter business. You can see here we've done all of this training here on this YouTube channel completely for free. If you want to check out the course from day one, then just head down to the description, you can find it there. But today we're here, we are on day 9, and we've been talking about a curated newsletter. If you're not sure what a curated newsletter is, then you probably want to head back a few videos in this series. Previously, day 8, we talked about the different ways of curating content for your newsletter. We talked about free and paid methods in that video. And just before that, we actually talked about the difference between a curated and an in-depth episode or edition of a newsletter and when you should be focusing on each one. So like I said, you can head down to the description, check out those additional videos in this entire series. But what we're going to be focusing on today, for those of you that have been going through video by video, is what does a curated newsletter actually look like, and can I make and publish in 5 minutes? Because we don't want this business model to take us hours and hours. We want to, at the beginning, especially when we're testing things out, create something that is going to take us very little time. Can you do it in 5 minutes? Probably not. But you can do this in under half an hour. If you're getting quick, you can do it under 20 minutes, and especially if you're using AI tools, because if you use some of the AI tools that we discussed back in this video here, either the free ones or the paid ones, then you already have a list of content that is ready to publish. All we need to do now is have it in a newsletter, get it into the right format. So we need to make sure that people are getting value from our newsletter, that they want to read it, because we want those open rates to remain high. Otherwise, people are going to start to unsubscribe. So what we're going to do now is take a look at the right format for your newsletter. The thing you're going to want to do with this is you're going to want to create a template. So I'm going to show you some of the features this template should have so that you can go away and you can produce your own template. If you want to see our template, then just go down to the comments, put the word template in the comments. If you get enough interest, then we'll share that information with you. You might even get a free version of it as well. So go down to the comments, leave the word template. But for now, we're going to look at 2 of the big names in the newsletter space. We're going to pick out what they're doing really well. I'm going to show you another resource where you can find 21 different email newsletter examples all in the same place, so you can see what you actually like. And I'm also going to show you, once I've shown you how the biggest names in the market are doing it, I'm going to show you a scaled down version you can put together in just a few minutes. So when you're right at the beginning and you're doing this on your own and you don't have a huge amount of time and you want this thing out in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you know what the minimum viable product you're aiming for is. So the first one I want to show you is Morning Brew. Morning Brew is definitely a newsletter I recommend subscribing to, and you can check out and model exactly what they do. This is one of their latest episodes, releases of their newsletter. This is September the 13th, 2023, which is the day that I am releasing this. So you can see they've got their logo. This is actually sort of on their website. I'll leave a link to this if you want to check it out in the description. But you can see they've got some information up here. We can clearly see where the links are. We've got information on the markets. Again, we've got more links, beautifully visual, which is definitely something that you want to have. If you use the tools I showed you, the free and paid last time, to curate your content, they were also using images along with text. And all you need to do is then put in the relevant links out to your sponsorships, promotions, or affiliate marketing services. And again, I mentioned that earlier in the course. But you can see them were broken down into tech, nice clear videos. And the clever thing they've done here is, as one of these is finishing, you can see as I scroll down, I can already see what the next part of this is going to be. So they're not writing too much about the markets. I'm not interested in markets, there's tech. Or maybe I am interested in markets and tech, so I read on. Going through this again, I can see where the links are. It's bullet points, no long paragraphs. It's all chunked nicely for me to read. Again, loads and loads of links for me. And then I've got the social media as well. Again, nice bright images. This one's a GIF. So again, we're capturing attention, and it's just that break in a person's focus just to get them to refocus on what we are doing. We've got world, and you can see we've got the use of emojis as well. So just really easy to read and digest, relevant images. And as I said, if you use the curation tools I showed you before, then this will be able to do that for you. The nice thing about Morning Brew as well is you have the Morning Brew, but then you have all of their other sort of sub newsletters that relate to things like finances, things like money, things like marketing. So if you are going to go into one of those niches, you might want to join one of those newsletters as a source of inspiration. What you can also do, and again this link will be down in the description, is you can see all of the Morning Brew's past releases, past issues. So you can take a look at 5 or 6 of these. You can see that they release most days of the week, so you've got lots and lots of inspiration there for you to take from. And you can also have a look at some of their other newsletter sort of issues that relate to the Morning Brew. What I want to show you now is this newsletter example here. This is from Curated, and again I'll leave a link down in the description. This is another tool that can help you curate content for your content marketing. And this is a much simpler, shorter, easier template for you to create and put together. It's very simple. As I said, link in the description if you want to read more about this. There's an introduction, recent original pieces if you have them. You don't have to have them as you start out. Relevant third-party sources, which is probably what your first newsletter is going to contain, and then you can link out to affiliates. You've got a call to action, so that might be clicking on affiliate links, or it might be finding out more about a ebook, a demo, or something like that, and then contact information and share buttons in order to get that free organic traffic for your newsletter. But as you can see here, they've got the content marketing community newsletter. You've got a little bit of an introduction. They're using a tool so that it can be personalized. And in a few videos time in this series, I'm going to show you an amazing AI tool that's going to help you do that. Then you can see they've got links to a couple of articles. And if you use a curation tool, all you've got to do is import this into your newsletter. So we've got 3 of them here, and 3 is more than enough for you to start with. Then this stuff over here on the right, this can always be the same. So all you're doing is writing a unique introduction that talks about what you've got going on later, or you can keep this generic so people just who are new to your newsletter know what to expect. Then you've got a couple of examples here of products, services, affiliate offers that never change, so you never need to edit any of that. And all you're doing then is bringing in the relevant content that you've already curated in your tool into your newsletter. And then as you can see here, they've got the social media and all of the contact details. This is going to take a little bit of time to set up, but once you've got it there, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All I'm doing is adding in 5 unique references, articles, videos, something that people might be interested in, and the link so that people can go and learn more if they want to. Everything else is staying the same, and that makes it a lot more manageable for somebody who's starting out and somebody who doesn't have a team in order to start producing their newsletters. So something like this is what I would definitely consider starting with. If you want to see a great resource of lots of different types of emails, then you've got this article here, which is on HubSpot. And again, I will put this down in the description. But the second big name in newsletters that I recommend you go and sign up to and really analyze what they're doing is The Hustle. Their promise is business and tech in 5 minutes and less. And what I want to point out to you is we've got main news, We've got what's coming up in today's email so people can see what they're interested in. They've got a link out to their podcast. You might link out to your YouTube video or social media, and then they start going through these ideas that they've mentioned up here one at a time. And again, this could just be your curated information, and then they work through like that in their newsletter. This particular article, I definitely recommend you give it a read. As you can see, we've got lots of other newsletters mentioned in here. I like this one as well from the Washington Post. You can see they've got the news headline, and then they break down how it is relevant so people can go off and read that story. But it gives you loads and loads of different examples. So again, this is a nice layout for a beginner. We've got personalization, a little bit of an intro, and then we've got a nice image. We've got links to the full article, or it could be to an affiliate website, and then a little bit of information about whatever it is, the product, service, news article that you're relating to. So you can go through these, find one that's similar to your niche, and then use it as inspiration. And again, if I just go up to the top, the nice thing about this article as well, which is why I recommend checking it out, is it gives you this newsletter outline. So if you are going to go ahead and do this yourself, then you can see how you should be setting out your newsletter. Now, the nice thing about the tool I'm going to show you in a few videos time is that this is all done for you within that tool. But if you are starting from scratch and you want to start putting something together, then this is the outline that they recommend. So as I said, that will be in the description underneath this video, and also down there as well you can get access to our newsletter. So if you want to subscribe to our newsletter, see what we're doing within the tech niche, then feel free to sign up to that as well. For now, on the screen, as we're going to be going back to in-depth newsletters, I've got for you there the 2 videos showing a tool that we use that will write an entire in-depth newsletter for us in just a few clicks. Check that out, and we'll see you in the next one.